What is going on, Crimson Tide fans? Alabama is set to host a lot of recruits this weekend for official visits. So if you want the Crimson Tide to land a commitment this weekend, show it by liking today's video. All right, the first player we're going to talk about today is Malachi Lee. We actually spoke a little bit about him on our video the other day. We got a little bit of an update from Steve Wiltfong. He will be on campus this weekend for an official visit. Steve Wiltfong actually placed an official prediction back in February for him to land with USC, but things are beginning to shift now. USC not doing a very good job in recruiting here recently, had a bunch of decommitments here recently, and Wiltfong was also talking to On3's Josh Newberg and said that there could be a new leader for his recruitment. This is what he said, specifically was asked by Josh Newberg, hey, does Alabama lead in his recruitment? This is what he said. He said, I wouldn't be surprised. He had a great official visit to Georgia this spring, and there was a time where I thought USC led. They obviously don't lead anymore. Michigan invested a lot of time into his recruitment. They have a great relationship. But there was a time where I thought USC and Michigan were the front runners. I still like where the Maize and Blue are at right now, but Alabama getting him back on campus, he had a great experience previously in Tuscaloosa, and I think there is a lot of confidence around the program where they stand with Malachi Lee coming into this official visit. Now, Malachi Lee does have a top four, and these are the official visits that he has set up here as well. Georgia on April 12th, Alabama this weekend. You have Texas on June 6th, and then Michigan will still get that last official visit there on June 20th. You know how important those last official visits are, but maybe Alabama can knock it out of the park this weekend and land that commitment from Malachi Lee this weekend. We'll see what happens. If they do, we'll definitely have a short for you guys as well. So who do you think will land Malachi Lee? Type G for Georgia, type T for Texas, type A for the Crimson Tide, or type M if you think Michigan will land Malachi Lee. It's a pinned comment of today's video as well, so get down there. Let me know what you guys think. All right, the next player on today's video, Kenny Darby, has actually set up an official visit with Alabama as well, and it's very notable because he is committed to LSU right now. Number 23 wide receiver, number 7 player out of the state of Louisiana, a top 200 player in this class as well. He committed to LSU back on November 12th, so, he's been committed to them for a while. Like I said, he's going to take an official visit to Alabama this weekend. Alabama offered him back in January. It's kind of been a little bit of a slow process there. But there was another guy, I'll remember his name here in just a second, Ryan Mosley. He was supposed to visit Alabama this weekend. He ended up committing to Georgia just the other day. I believe that was yesterday or the day before. So Kenny Darby now getting on an official visit for Alabama. Coming up this weekend, he had an incredible junior season in 2024, had 100 receptions, 1,700 yards, and 24 touchdowns. So this is a big-time name. I think to monitor here, sure, he is committed to LSU right now, but you remember back to last recruiting season, Alabama's Derek Meadows was committed to LSU as well. So never know what could happen, but Kenny Darby committed to LSU right now, but is set to have an official visit with Alabama this weekend. Now, I would assume it's officially summertime. I don't know if it's spring or summer technically yet, but it is beginning to warm up. The pools are starting to open. You can go down to the beach, and you guys can get a set of Alabama Crimson Tide swim trunks just by going to chatsports.com/Bama trunks. They are on sale right now, so make sure you guys get them when they are on sale. Sometimes Fanatics puts things on sale, and then a week later, they take them off sale. So make sure you guys get over there. I'll put that link down in the comment section and the description of today's video. But one more time for you guys, that's chatsports.com/Bama trunks. All right, a couple notes here on Xavier Griffin. Obviously, we've been talking about him a lot. Number 2 linebacker in this class, another 5-star player. He has officially set a commitment date. Hayes Fawcett putting this out there yesterday. June 29th is when we can expect Xavier Griffin to make a commitment. Steve Wiltfong also placed an official prediction yesterday for Alabama to land the 5-star linebacker. And, this is a big-time recruitment. Was committed to USC not too long ago. Alabama outside linebacker coach Christian Robinson has done a phenomenal job with Xavier Griffin, got him to decommit. And I think one of the most notable things, he's in the state of Georgia, but does not have Georgia on his official visit list here. You have Ohio State, Alabama, Texas, Florida State, all getting official visits here from Xavier Griffin. This weekend, he's going to be at Ohio State, but does have that Alabama visit set up for June 6th as well. So we'll continue to monitor this. If any other updates come from Xavier Griffin, we will definitely keep you guys updated. So make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the Alabama Football Report. We got 500 new subscribers here in the month of May, so I appreciate every single one of you guys who did subscribe here. Next goal that we have here, getting to 25.5 thousand subscribers. Less than 200 away from that. So do not miss out on any Alabama football news or rumors out there. Big time recruiting weekend coming up this weekend. We will have shorts for you guys, breaking all that down, especially if anybody does commit. So do not miss out. Hit that sub button. It's youtube.com/@RollTideTV. All right, the last guy that we're going to talk about here today is another 5-star safety. This one is Gyra Edwards. I was not sure exactly how to pronounce his name, so I had to call up my boy Trey Yanity that works for On 3, and I was like, hey, man, how do you pronounce this guy's name? He told me it was Gyra, so that's what we're going with here. He's the number 24 player overall, the number 3 safety in this class. If you guys remember, Alabama also going after Jet Washington. He's the number 4 safety in this class. Jet Washington is going to be officially visiting campus this weekend as well. So just to remind you guys on that there as well. Also, the number 3 player out of the state of Maryland, he has a commitment date set up for July 5th. He is from St. Francis Academy. That's notable, I think. A top 10 ranked high school program in the country. So definitely coming from a very notable high school. They do a very, very good job developing talent as well. He's going to take an official visit to Alabama on June 6th. So that is very notable as well. 2024, he had 92 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, especially as a safety. That is pretty insane. Also was credited with 3 forced fumbles as well. These are the official visits he has set up right now. April 12th to Georgia. Also has an official visit set up to Auburn this weekend. And then, like I said, he'll have that official visit to Alabama on June 6th. Texas A&M, Oregon will round out his official visits there. And a note as well, he does have an unofficial visit scheduled right now with Florida for June 3rd. He did tell On 3 that could possibly turn into an official visit. But as of right now, it is an unofficial visit. It seems right now that Auburn is in the leader. They do have multiple St. Francis Academy players on their roster right now, so they have that connection there with them. But Texas A&M, Oregon, Georgia are also all in the race. I wanted to talk about them today because I do think it's notable to have a 5-star recruit taking an official visit to Alabama. Who knows how things could change? It doesn't seem like Alabama's really one of those top teams, but like I said, it is a 5-star. This could, at the end of the day, just be a, hey, I've heard that Alabama does an incredible job putting on these official visits. They have a very fun time. They have an awesome atmosphere. Why not end up taking one of those official visits there? You never know how things could change. Obviously, he's got that Auburn visit this weekend. He even told On 3 that every time he takes a visit somewhere, Auburn's always that first team to text him or call him the very next day and just remind them that, hey, we really like you as well. So Auburn, definitely a team to keep an eye out on there for Gyra Edwards. So let me know. It's probably pretty low, but who knows? Take a guess here in the comments. What % chance do you think Alabama has to land Gyra Edwards? Let me know down in the comments section what you guys think.